Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Brandon, and I'm sitting here with Jim Stych. And Jim, thank you for joining me.
No problem. Great.
So, anyways, we'll do a quick tour at the end of our interview.
Okay.
I just took a little sneak peek, and it's a beautiful store.
Thank you.
Tell me, help me better understand the seed that was planted and how you got here and where it all began.
Where it all began. Wow. Okay. It probably began from maybe three things.
Okay.
Had a parent who you will dressed right. She even pressed my jeans so they'd have creases.
Okay.
Growing up. Okay. So I learned that you should listen to your mom because the older you get, the smarter she gets.
Right.
Okay. So I didn't, and ran down the stairs at church after Easter and stumbled and tore a hole in my navy blue suit that was vested. She even got me a little hat. I looked like a mini Frank Sinatra. That didn't go over well. Okay. Number two, first job I never got applying as a teen was a clothing store. And that's with me wearing I wanted to work in the jean shop because that's the late 70s, that kind of thing. And anyway, went in, interviewed, didn't get the job. Found out, didn't dress right. Even though I had a brand new Levi Strauss t-shirt, because that was one of the products they sold.
Right.
Had brand new jeans that mom had pressed, they had creases in them, and didn't get the job. So it was like, damn. That planted a little, like a chip on your shoulder.
Yeah.
And then the third was I pursued a lot more into speech and debate because I tore up my left knee, and the athletic scholarships for college went. But speech and debate was still offering, so I pursued that. And you have to dress for speech and debate, so you had to learn to dress. So I went to college, found a clothing store, got the job this time, and I said, I will show you, and became the top salesperson other than the manager.
What? No way.
As a part-time person.
Okay. Wow. So is that where you
That's kind of where this all grew from then.
Okay, and how, were you like a kid when that was happening?
I was in college, and I started with Chipper the tailor as a tailor's assistant in 1979.
Did you grow up in Ventura County?
No,
Okay.
I grew up in Cedar Falls, Waterloo, Iowa.
Okay.
And then went to the University of Iowa in Iowa City. That's where I started the clothing career. And Chipper took me under his wing, Scottish guy. So as a sophomore in college, I learned about single malt Scotch. Questionable utility at the time.
All the necessities.
And then his biggest piece of information was, Jim, it looks like you're going to be in the clothing business for a while. So remember one thing, with gentlemen, as they get older, as the gut grows, the butt goes.
Never forget that.
Nope, remember it till today.
That is awesome. Okay, so that gave basically rise to the whole thing. What year did you start Stych Inc?
Stych Inc started we incorporated in 2021.
Okay.
I acquired the business, lost the business, got it back, and that was under another name. And because the name had the word outlet in it, companies and manufacturers, in many cases, would not talk to us. So incorporating tax benefits, organizational benefits, and now everybody would talk with us. So now we could offer the public anything because we were an independent. So we weren't dependent on the Stitch truck to pull up or the Men's Warehouse truck to pull up or whatever. It was just whoever delivered that day, we're good.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was a big boon, and a lot of that inspiration too, along with all the remodeling that's been done here, is due to my fiance Sharon.
Okay.
And Sharon came aboard. We met just before the pandemic hit, and kind of sticking us together during the pandemic. That was good super glue.
Yeah.
So now I'm engaged, and it's all good.
When is the big day?
She'll tell me when I get there.
Okay. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, she's picked out my clothing though, so
I bet it looks good.
Hey, that's what she wants. That's what it'll be.
That was awesome. Okay, so Jim, talk to me about outside of work. What do you like to do for fun?
Lost a few of those things because business has been too good.
Okay.
Which, that's a blessing. Be careful what you ask for.
Yeah.
You'll probably get it.
And did I understand that you got started like just before COVID, basically? Did I do those dates together?
That's when Sharon and I first got together, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But as far as off time, yeah, travel, wine. I do like sports.
Okay.
I officiated wrestling for 32 years, football for over 10, coached wrestling for 15.
Wow.
So.
Did you used to wrestle?
Back in Iowa, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll be darned.
yeah.
Were you good?
Only lost once my freshman year.
I'll be darned. Wow. So, yes.
Then the knee and all of that, happened.
Okay.
Yeah. And that all worked that way because when you're a teenager, you're obviously smarter than any adult in the room. That isn't necessarily the best idea.
Right.
And that's what happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What are some odd requests that you've had by customers? I mean, you've been doing it for a few
Let's
years.
See, yeah. That's the thing. Everybody's different, so it never gets dull.
Yeah. Keeping you on your toes.
And with tailoring, everybody has a different body, so.
Right.
And that's how we can fit everybody. Oddest request probably was to help a guy get dressed so he looked like the Joker or the Penguin.
Was it for Halloween?
One. Another
Okay.
one was for another.
Just a wedding.
Yeah, party. Well, no, not a wedding. No. That was the gangster museum and the gangster theme that we had to do.
That's awesome. Hey, so come to think of it, like, is Halloween kind of a big time for you? I mean,
Well, it could be.
Yeah.
But most guys wait, like most people, till the last minute, and then we're only with whatever color we, can come up with. We do have
Yeah.
a warehouse, East Coast, West Coast, so it is possible to bring things in if they just give us enough notice to get the
right.
shipping. Yeah, we had one guy, he came in early enough. A lot of guys are doing that now for weddings. One guy wanted to look like Peaky Blinders, the TV show. So we made him a suit. It was blue with a soft plaid with a window pane, just like, that time period in London. And it was made and the fabric was made in Huddersfield, England.
Oh.
Just outside London. And so we were about as authentic as we could get. Walnut buttons, everything, Put it
Wow.
on him, it fit because it was custom, so.
Yeah. So is that a big part of your business? Do you do like custom made? Obviously there's a lot of suits
Right.
out there, beautiful jackets and coats, but what would you say is the percentage of people that can come in here and have it like, tailored
Oh, yeah.
out of versus custom
Sure.
entirely made?
And that's more of a time factor besides expense.
Okay.
More people who might want custom, could afford custom, come in 4 weeks before they need it, and I can't get it done that quickly.
What would be the ideal
8 to
time?
10 weeks?
Okay. You
Okay,
can do
for
it.
custom.
Okay.
So most people end up with an off the rack, or they call it off the peg, is the English term. And we can customize that as long as the shoulders fit.
Okay.
Will be okay. And there are all kinds of grades of quality with apparel, and usually how it's constructed in the fabric. So you can get a custom quality grade garment off the rack. In other words, it manages all the specs of a custom. It just made to a 42 reg or a 44 reg.
Okay.
So instead of 1,800 to 2,000 for that custom suit,
half.
935.
Okay.
Okay, because you've got some mass production you can bring, but you
Right.
still are getting all of the quality.
Okay.
Same with shirts, all kinds of other things. Part of looking good is you're comfortable. If you're comfortable, you can look good.
Right.
It's hard to look good and be uncomfortable.
Yeah. I didn't learn that until later than
Yeah.
I should have, but
And so custom's probably a smaller part of our business. Off the rack is a bigger part of our business. And the fastest growing part of our business right now is dressing people for executive and diplomatic protection.
protection.
Yeah, so I've been an instructor for over 4 years teaching apparel and situational awareness in threat environments.
I.e.
Oh, like I'm guarding someone, like
dressing to be very...
to be like Secret Service or James Bond.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I
So
thought you
you-
looked familiar.
Yeah. When you walk in the room, you don't want to be, if you're in protection, that's the guy.
Right.
So a couple of our top clients, one is a live-in bodyguard for Oprah in Montecito, another for Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, And we have some other high-profile things.
Okay.
You know, if I had to tell you everything, I'd have to kill you.
Yeah. No, please
But
don't.
No.
So they come to you and they say, "Hey, look, I just need to kind of blend in with everybody," and you say,
And we dress them accordingly. And for the job, we have a suit that's going to come out this year that's exclusive to us. That you can do gymnastics, jujitsu. It'll have an extra pocket for extra magazine clips, tourniquet kit.
just in case.
Yeah, and then hopefully by the end of the year we'll have a product that will. Guys always want the John Wick suit, but that's TV movie magic.
Right.
You don't get to see the bullet holes in
Right.
it. Yeah, okay. But you can have a garment that you can wear, and then you could wear it casual with a casual shirt over it. You could wear it with a suit over it, and that garment would allow you to slide in a front plate and a back plate. The front plate would be 10 by 12, the back plate 11 by 14. Problem with armor, again because of the weight.
Yeah.
Kevlar degrades in 4 years. So this one, guaranteed for 10 years, just recently passed the certification from the Department of Defense, which means it had to succeed 60 out of 60 times. Center mass
That's
shots,
100%.
edge shots. Anything less than that, it doesn't get the DOD
Wow.
seal of approval. But here's where it gets the last two things that are really, really cool about it. Both panels' total weight is 4.8 pounds.
Total?
Yeah. So now you can move. Part of our Nimble Vault collection, NMBL, for mobility, agility, flexibility. So now you can move. Well, I can move and I'm armored. How good is it? It will stop an AK-47. It will stop a NATO round, 7.62.
Oh my goodness.
It'll take 100% of the heat away and 95% of the penetration, so you stay in the fight.
Wow. That's huge. Okay. So you designed this?
Not the armor.
Okay.
The armor, I have through meeting.
Partnerships,
yeah,
yep.
Somebody else, he's a former special operator.
Okay.
CEO and executive of the company. I designed the suit that'll be, the armor won't be in it, because then you can move the armor to wherever you want. And It's
Right.
easier to wash, because dry cleaning armor in a suit,
No,
it's not
dice.
going to work.
Yeah.
So this suit here is designed by us because we've been listening for 4 years from people in the protection industry. This is what we need it to do. This is what we need it to be, and so it's got a whole bunch of other features to perform for that. And the best part is with alterations included, it's only $425.
$425?
Yeah, the nearest competitor is $425, no alterations, and it's not the same caliber of fabric or specialty features. And the next one that's closest to us that does have everything is $1,300, and the one after that is $2,000.
So really they can't afford not to do it.
A lot of
If
these
they-
guys,
yeah.
well, they're ex-military, so they're getting their benefits from the VA, and that's hilarious.
Right. Laughable.
Right, so they've got to they're on a tight budget, so they've got to be able to have that so they can have the job. One of our clients was a bodyguard for Logic, the hip-hop star.
Yep.
And that was about $140K a year gig. Okay, so it requires certain things that you got to do what you got to do.
Right. Okay. Wow.
So that's a big area that's growth for us. We've curated items that are specific to the industry that we carry, that people, in the business know they can get it here.
I'm still wondering if somebody doesn't live in Ventura County, isn't in our backyard, and wants one of those suits, how would do they got to get out here?
It's wonderful. You have a cell phone,
Yeah,
which is now a mini computer with a camera.
it is, especially this one.
Right. So they can call me, I can call them, we video, and they can have a virtual shopping trip through our showroom.
Wow. So they just go to your website, and the website is?
The website is Stych Inc.
StychInc.com. And
That's
Stitch is
information.
STY.
STYCH.com.
Yep.
The other site for the specialty items is Custom Stitches, and you can look that up. And there are
Stitch
videos.
spelled the same way?
Yep,
Okay.
STYCHES.
Okay. Custom stitch.
But yeah, it's virtual shopping.
Okay.
So we can send them a
Making
little
it
kit.
simple for people.
They can measure at home, because the hardest thing
Or
for
have
anybody.
the loved one.
Yeah, that's always more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you order online, that's always the biggest complaint. It doesn't fit.
Right. But now with these measurements.
Now with the measurements, you can go, oh, okay.
Problem solved. Wow.
Yeah, kind of nip that one in the bud.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Then for weddings, most guys would rent in the past.
Do you guys do rentals here or?
No, that's
Okay.
because rentals don't fit. They're either too tight or too loose.
Uh-huh.
And they don't match the color
And
all
that's
the way
not
through.
because after I got fitted and sized, I ate a bunch.
No, it's
Okay.
because rentals can't do fitting because then you can't bring it back, clean it, and have it go for the next guy.
Okay.
All they can do is tweak the sleeve length, tweak the pant length, and there might be adjusters on the waist. That's the best.
Okay.
So when you look at wedding pictures of old, say 20 years ago, or even 10, the bride, whew, she looks good.
Smoking, yeah.
Bridesmaids, all fit. Then you go over to the right-hand side of the picture, and you see frumpy and dumpy.
Yeah.
That's us.
Right,
Because
right.
we're in rentals. And you can't, there's nothing you can do about it. It's nobody's fault. You can't blame anything. I mean, if I rented, I'd have the same problem.
Right.
The other problem the brides want to have is they want a picture-perfect day.
Right.
You can't blame them. They've been planning it. You know,
Yeah.
A lot of details go into that. So this way, because of our background with TV and movies, the last big movie that we were involved in was the stuntmen from Mission Impossible Fallout.
Oh, wow.
So if you ship 10 suits for stuntmen that are going to be in a suit, every one of those suits has to be the same color.
Right.
So it's all cut from the same bolt of cloth.
Okay.
So for a wedding, we get all the measures, have it all from the same bolt of cloth. Now if it's light gray, everybody's the same.
Right.
Not the guy at the end, his was washed 40 times. The best man was only washed 20 times. The
Right.
pants are different. Now you get uniformity. And then you get fit, and then you can keep it. And it's basically the same price. Might be a little bit more, but again, you get to keep it.
Right. It's yours.
Because the average rentals are $235 to $275 for one day. Yeah. Unless you're getting a thick, hot, sweaty black one.
Yeah.
But now comes the other twist. You partied hard at that wedding, or it's a destination wedding.
Right.
So you're sleeping it off on Sunday. If you don't return it right away, it's a $50 to $75 a day fine.
Getting clipped. Yeah. Yeah.
Heaven forbid if you damage the thing, because now you just
own it.
bought the rental.
Right.
So rentals have a place, but for your picture perfect day, it's better to take the time, get the measurements, get it fitted, and get it right.
Yeah. No, I think that's great.
Plus, you're more comfortable.
Right, yeah, and you get to keep it.
There you go, yeah.
I always love that. I mean, not that I always have to get dressed up like I do for a wedding, but
And
every now and then.
Yeah, and guys go, I hate jackets. Okay, why do you hate jackets? They're hot. They're uncomfortable. Then don't do that.
Right.
Get one that fits.
Maybe just stick
From
with
fabric
the vest.
from fabric that'll breathe.
Yeah.
So you can keep the jacket on. Because the guys rent something, they want to take it off right away.
Right.
But remember, what lingerie is to you, the jacket is to her.
Right.
And you're taking it off.
Right. Exactly.
Losing all the brownie points.
Not again.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is great. Before I let you go, Jim, I wanted to. What's the most memorable customer experience that you've enjoyed?
Wow.
Like someone that never had worn a suit, they come in here and they're like, "Oh my God!"
Oh, that happens
every
so
day.
often.
Okay.
They come in like deer in the headlights. I
Yeah,
don't know what
yeah.
I'm doing, and then they walk
Scared.
out going,
Yeah,
"I'm
damn, I
good.
look good. Yeah.
I clean up well."
You
know?
must feel good. I mean, that must.
Oh, that
happen.
does,
Yeah.
yeah. Most recent memorable point probably would be one of the guys for a wedding. He put it on and he just beamed.
You could
It was the
just see
Peaky
it.
Blinders guy.
Okay.
That was pretty darn memorable. And then I've had the opportunity to dress a number of weddings where it's like, hey, coach. I coached them when they were in junior high.
No way.
And now they're getting married.
Wow, full
Getting-
circle. That's so awesome.
So that's pretty memorable.
That's got to be
Yeah.
awesome. That's
So
really cool.
It's a lot of fun that way.
Well, hey, I appreciate you taking the
All
time.
right. Thank you
so much.
Take care, Brandon.
Cheers, everybody. And if you, could you let us know the websites one more time?
Yeah, StychInc.com.
Okay.
We're
And
at
it's
20
Stitch, S-T-Y.
AYCH.com.
Okay.
Yeah. We're at 2365 East Vineyard Avenue in Oxnard. If you can find the big tall tower in Ventura County, we're across the street. Easy landmark.
Awesome. Yeah, that's the Esplanade building, is that
Yep.
what it's called? Okay.
Yep. That's the two tower. There's the shorter brown tower and the taller black tower.
They keep changing the name, but I think that was the most recent one. So, anyways, thank you again,
You bet.
and we'll see you guys soon.
All right.
Cheers.